Welcome back to another episode of Elite Landscapes Life Stories. This video, we got 6 hours of work slammed into 20 minutes. Check this transformation out. What's going on, everybody? Back on the scene for some more trimming on this large estate, and making good progress. As you saw, I got Dalton and Ian out here today, but still got plenty to do. Hit that house, that house. This will be fun stuff, man. So we're getting into these here. Pyramid boxwoods. Gotta take this shear off the back of that. Same thing down there. Gotta shear the stuff away from the building for light installation. But yeah, you'll see down here below this wall, got plenty left. So when you have established lavender, it dies out. Eventually it's gonna die out. So we have this one clump left. I went ahead and removed the dead clump that was right there, and it's fine. It opened up that space good. Trim this one back. But yeah, and it's okay. See, look, opened up the space underneath that Jap maple more for it to go ahead and grow in its own shape. So let's get started, guys. Real quick shout out to all my subscribers. All you ladies and gentlemen that watch these videos that I put out there, I truly do appreciate your time you put in to watching me out here work. And I do appreciate the comments most of all, because I thoroughly enjoy learning about y'all's lives and what y'all think. They're all the same height, except for this one down here. That one down there at the very end needs to be trimmed. See, it's a little bit taller than the rest of them. The rest of them are pretty much the same. Lightly trimming the Globe Blue Spruce is okay. You don't really want to make it sap out too much. I'm hand pruning these clumps that have grown over the past, I don't know, 8 years or so, just to give it that nice round shape. It's a nice plant to put throughout your landscape. It brings in that beautiful blue color that gardeners and landscapers thrive to find, that blue. Going back here, we have to get this off the side of the building for this lighting installation that's going to happen. This is a holly. It is not the Nellie Stevens. I believe it's a snapdragon. For some reason, I think it's a snapdragon. These are another species of hollies here we're trimming on. And again, we got to get back here behind these bushes and prune them out, because the lighting crew has to get back here and they got to dig, bury lines, install the lights for the corners and such. That was our main mission, and our deadline had to be done this weekend. These large estates that you've been watching me take care of on these videos, when you show up on the scene, it really can be overwhelming. But if you check it all out, find a starting point, like I did in this bank over here, wrap your way around the property in a strategic manner, they're not that bad. It's kind of like, for 15 years I ran commercial crews on large complexes and HOA properties. You have to have a strategic attack on those places, especially when you have anywhere from 6 to 15 men on site with you. So when I started off taking care of these large commercial accounts that I'm talking about, my supervisor was actually a restaurant startup manager. He would run around and start up all these Applebee's restaurants. And if you know anything about the restaurant business, it's chaotic. A lot of people involved, so many different operations. And I'm telling you, this guy, he was 28 years old. His name was Charlie. And he knew how to strategically attack these big complexes because of his experience in the restaurant business. So the way you attack these large estates is the same mindset you would on any large operation. You break it down, which makes it easier on you mentally and physically. You don't have to keep going back over the work you've already accomplished. Okay? So my channel, it's not all about just solo lawn care. I have over a decade experience of running large crews on commercial sites. I know the strategies, all the different things that you got to look at when you're going into HOAs, when you have 80 homes and you're putting down 200 scoops of mulch, trimming shrubs for 2 days straight with a 6-man crew. I've lived it, I've been there, guys. So if you have questions about any of that stuff, feel free to throw them out there. I'll do my best to get to them and answer them in a timely fashion. So the boys here are still cleaning up this big, large bank that we started on yesterday. I'm going to wrap around and show you the backside, because the backside is decked out also. Got a whole different tier that we're going to work on. Cleanup ain't no joke either. Surrounded by woods. This property is the worst out of the 3 when it comes to leaf cleanups. Little variegated boxwoods there. These are the pyramid variegated boxwood. I tightened these 3 little dudes up. They're nice and healthy. The other variegated ones I kind of left kind of natural looking. I kind of like them like that, but we will touch them up in the springtime before we throw down mulch. Got a hydrangea. Hand pruning these blooms off. Remember, trim right above those brand new nodes that you can see on these plants, and they'll come out nice in the spring. Bloom out good for you the next year. This hedgerow right here, this is what it's supposed to look like in the front and on those back bank sections. Once all those tiny boxwoods grow together, it ends up being a nice little smooth wall. And eventually I'll be able to have this whole property with all these little smooth walls going around. Very tedious event to trim them. Kind of back-breaking as well. Moving down here to this little section. This is a separated wall of hedges. Little small ones are different from the large ones. You'll see that I don't separate them in between like I do on some others. Some situations you gotta look at, guys, and see if it's best to stick them hedge trimmers between there and separate them and keep them separate from growing together, or let them grow together and just keep the shapes. These properties, these shrubs, these hedges, I mean, it's kind of like an artist where you're looking at the situation, but you have years before you can actually see it come into being. If that makes sense. Boys been working hard. I'm out of gas. I'm gonna go over here and get some gas and come back and wrap my way around that wall and down to the driveway. So, yeah. Trimming these large pyramid boxwoods, they grow long stems on them, you can see, and it's easiest and best if you come from up going down at the angle that you're trying to accomplish, from the top down. it just works out best that way, and you don't have to cut the entire branch off. You just cut the weight, sometimes halfway on that branch will make that weight fall off of it and make it fold right into that shrub. This little boxwood corner, it's a leaf fest. So I had to call the boys down here and blow off the tops before I got busy on that. These taller shrubs, I just cut this back to where the main cuts are, and the new sprouts come out in the spring and they bloom out and they're beautiful. I do the same thing to it every year, just cut off the new growth, the new sprouts, back to its normal original shape. Yeah, leaf season. I'm glad that my properties aren't full of leaves. If you've noticed, most of my properties are pretty much leaf free. Few here and there. No need for a leaf setup. Do not need no special vacuum, no dump trailer, nothing like that. I've been blessed with nice properties that I do not need all that expensive equipment. This time of year, that little 6-foot ladder, this little set of hedge trimmers, some hand pruners and saw, a blower and a tarp, good to go. Make thousands of dollars doing this stuff, just based on the knowledge that I've gained over 30 years of doing this stuff. So if you're intimidated by these big properties because you're not knowledgeable in the 30 to 50 different species of plants and how to tend to them, guys, study, get some knowledge this winter. There's plenty of time sitting around in the wintertime to where you can gain knowledge on your own. You don't have to pay anybody, you don't have to buy a course, just look for it. Go to Barnes & Noble, get a book, read. Yeah, reading still exists. I highly recommend it. Tighten up these boxwoods. It's not as quick as it looks. I sped this footage up 15 times the original speed. They're thick shrubs, and the hedge trimmers, you gotta go slow on them. You have to cut them intentionally. You can't just rip through them like it appears I am doing. Yeah, I wish I could move that fast. Well, the clock says it's 4 o'clock. They got their stuff going on. They start up there at the front door and they are working their way this way. Getting all the bulk. As soon as they're done blowing, get this whole front blown, cleaned up, we can roll. Go around and continue to trim bushes right back where I was. One thing about those gas trimmers, they're small and light, but they run out of gas pretty quick. So, back at it, back at it. This is the last little bit that I have to trim back hard to get away from the building foundation for this lighting installation, because I was told they were going to light up this back corner as well. So yeah, boxwoods turned out pretty good. I'm pleased with them. Glad I'm not cleaning up. I'll leave. I've cleaned this whole place up, and I've trimmed this whole place by myself, man. Talk about having some perseverance and some patience. It's an adventure by yourself, guys. Pretty sure it took me like 8 days. Yeah, you saw me. I just elbowed that stone wall. Was pretty sure I broke my elbow there for a couple seconds. We've all been there in the past. You gotta be careful what you're doing out here. Okay. So, when I was strategically setting this whole mission up, I'm down here on this bottom tier. The boys are right above me on that wall, cleaning up the front now. Alright. This is the planned action. It's working out in a timely fashion. The mission today was to finish that back bank cleanup while I finished the front trimming. Then, while I was going around the backside trimming, they would come to the front side and clean that up by the end of the day. Right now, they're blowing all that down on top of this tier, which is the way it was supposed to work out. Good stuff, because now they're going to blow these shrubs off. They'll blow the next one off that I'm going to trim down the wall. And we are on track with our time. My schedule says I got to be over there Saturday and Sunday on that mission. It's not going to slow down till Christmas. I'm not complaining. Plenty of stuff to do. Smiling the whole time. Good vibes. I'm out of gas. Go up here and gas up and maybe come back and cut them tonight. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see what they're doing up here. Let's look. So the boys have been working by themselves all day long. I haven't been bugging them. I haven't had to come deal with them. I was going to let them do their thing and see how it turned out. Cleaning up these fronts is a tedious event. The first thing they had to do was go through these rakes and tarps and get all this bulk out. There was a lot of trimming, and there's not many places to blow. These bushes just hold all this stuff. So in my opinion, they have done an excellent job. I'm very proud of their work. That's looking good. We'll check it out before we leave. 6 hours of trimming, 6 hours of cleanup. Big property and a lot of work accomplished in one day. Walk you through and show you what they got done today in the front and the back. So I ended up taking this whole clump of lavender out. It was crowding the back of a very expensive boxwood. So a new lavender plant is nothing compared to a new boxwood. So I went ahead and removed that. But yeah, they did a good job. Let's take a look. Looking nice, looking clean. All the cutbacks on the backside of the buildings have been accomplished for the lighting installation that's going to happen this weekend. And they're going to have a nice big Christmas party coming up. Whole place is going to be nice and tight and lit up. Good stuff, guys. In a past video, I talked about, you know, the travel soccer clubs in your area and how you can benefit from sponsoring them and getting your banner and your website posted on their website. This whole cul-de-sac, I've coached all their kids in soccer, including this new client here that just moved in. I don't spend money on advertising, word of mouth, and skills show themselves. Man, they did a good job so far. Looking tight, looking tight. How you guys feel? I feel great, ready to leave. It's 5 o'clock. It is 5 o'clock, guys. It is time to get up out of here. Let's get that little bit left and we're gonna skidoo. Be sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, because YouTube's not gonna let you know when I'm posting videos day to day. Give a quick smash on both of them for us and we'll work our way down that driveway the next video. Got some tall shrubs. Ha! Bounce on the ladder like a skateboard.